forget the box office charts. Forget the studio logos that flash before your favorite movies. The real power in Hollywood isn't just about hit films or sold-out arenas anymore, it's about billion-dollar empires. What if I told you that a handful of elite couples secretly hold more influence than entire studios? These aren't just famous pairs. They are walking, talking conglomerates, where marriage is the ultimate merger. Their combined fortunes don't just buy luxury, they buy access, they buy silence, and they buy control. From the pop culture supernova of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce to the quiet moguls who move between entertainment and global policy, we're about to expose the staggering wealth and untouchable influence that prove how these 5 couples really own Hollywood. In the world of the rich and famous, 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2. It equals a billion. It equals an empire. We're talking about a phenomenon where 2 individual brands fuse to create a cultural and financial force far greater than the sum of its parts. It's how a pop star's fan base suddenly cares about NFL ratings, or when a human rights lawyer can get any actor in the world to show up for a cause. This isn't just about being celebrity sweethearts. This is about strategic alliances. These couples operate on a different plane, where their breakfast conversations could launch a global brand and a date night can shift market trends. They have built moats around their fortunes, diversifying into tech, spirits, fashion, and real estate, making them immune to the whims of Hollywood's traditional power structures. Today, we're looking at 5 couples who have mastered this art. We will peel back the curtain on their jaw-dropping combined net worths, break down exactly where the money comes from, and reveal the moments that prove their power is absolute. Get ready, because the names you know are even more powerful than you think. We're starting our countdown at number 5. Kicking off our list is a duo that redefines the very meaning of a power couple. They represent the intersection of Hollywood glamour and global gravitas. He is the last true movie star, a silver-haired icon with endless charm and a billion-dollar business sense. She is a world-renowned human rights barrister who takes on terrorists and fights for justice on the world stage. Together, George and Amal Clooney are less a celebrity couple and more a modern-day royal family, wielding a unique influence that straddles the worlds of entertainment, law, and international politics. So, what is the price of this unique blend of power and purpose? The Clooney's combined net worth is estimated to be a staggering $550 million. But the breakdown of that number is where the story gets truly interesting. You might assume the lion's share comes from George's decades-long career as one of Hollywood's most bankable stars. He has certainly earned massive paydays, commanding salaries of $20 million per film for blockbusters like Ocean's 11. His acting career alone has netted him hundreds of millions of dollars. But that's not where his real fortune lies. The move that transformed him from a wealthy actor into a mogul happened in 2017. Along with 2 partners, George Clooney sold his tequila company Casamigos to the beverage giant Diageo for an astonishing $1 billion. Clooney's upfront pre-tax cut of that deal was an estimated $230 million. He became the highest paid actor in the world that year, not for a movie, but for selling tequila. Amal Clooney, on the other hand, built her fortune in a completely different and arguably more intense arena. Her estimated $50 million net worth was earned not on a film set, but in the world's highest courts. As an elite barrister, specializing in international law and human rights, she has represented victims of genocide, defended journalists imprisoned by authoritarian regimes, and held advisory roles with the United Nations. She is a professor at prestigious institutions like Columbia Law School and has authored legal textbooks, cementing her status as one of the most respected legal minds of her generation. Their power synergy is their ability to operate seamlessly in circles that rarely overlap. They can be the toast of the Cannes Film Festival one week and be meeting with world leaders at a UN summit the next. This dual access gives them a form of influence no other couple on this list possesses. Their most potent tool is the Clooney Foundation for Justice, which they co-founded. This isn't a vanity project. It's a global organization that actively fights for the rights of the persecuted, using George's unparalleled celebrity to shine a light on the causes Amal has dedicated her life to. When they host a fundraiser, it's not just actors who show up. It's activists, philanthropists, and policymakers, all drawn into the Clooney's powerful orbit. Their marriage isn't just a partnership, it's a strategic alliance between Hollywood and human rights, creating a platform of influence that money alone can't buy. Coming in at number 4 is a couple that represents the new guard of Hollywood power, the pop superstar turned business titan and the behind-the-scenes hitmaker who has quietly soundtracked the last decade. Selena Gomez and Blanco are a perfect illustration of how modern celebrity wealth is built not just on stage, but through brand ownership and deep industry integration. Their union creates a fascinating feedback loop of music, media, and moguldom. Together, this power couple has already entered the rarefied air of billionaire status, with a combined net worth of approximately $1.05 billion. This astronomical figure is overwhelmingly driven by Selena Gomez, who has executed one of the most successful celebrity-to-entrepreneur pivots in history. While her long career in acting and music has certainly been lucrative, the vast majority of her estimated billion-dollar fortune stems from one place: rare beauty. Launched in 2020, the cosmetics brand became a viral sensation, lauded for its quality and its mission of promoting mental health awareness. Rare beauty is now a commercial juggernaut, with a valuation reportedly exceeding $2 billion, making Selena not just a founder, but a true beauty mogul. Blanco, with an impressive net worth of around $50 million, is the definition of a music industry powerhouse. While you might not know his face as well as you know his sound, you have undoubtedly heard his work. He has written and produced an astonishing number of chart-topping hits for a who's who of pop royalty, including Ed Sheeran, Katy Perry, Rihanna, and Justin Bieber. His catalog is a goldmine of modern pop, generating a steady stream of royalties. He's the man behind the music, the architect of the sounds that have defined a generation, and he even co-produced some of Selena's own hits. The power synergy between Gomez and Blanco lies in their complete mastery of the pop music ecosystem. He is the master producer who can craft a hit song from scratch, and she is the global superstar with a direct line to hundreds of millions of fans through her massive social media presence. Following their engagement announcement in late 2024, their relationship itself became a major media event, dominating headlines and driving conversation for weeks. It just goes to show how, in today's media landscape, their personal lives and professional endeavors are inextricably linked, with each one amplifying the other. Their partnership represents a new kind of Hollywood dynasty, one built on business acumen, musical genius, and the power of a perfectly executed brand. At number 3, we have a couple that personifies the word cool. They are the undisputed arbiters of global style, a pair whose influence radiates from the worlds of music, fashion, and beauty. She is the revolutionary billionaire who changed the cosmetics industry forever, a pop icon who redefined what it means to be a mogul. He is the creative force and style icon whose artistic vision has shaped the look and sound of modern hip-hop. Together, Rihanna and $1 AP Rocky aren't just a couple, they're a cultural force. Their combined financial power is nothing short of breathtaking, with an estimated joint net worth of around $1.4 billion. Let's be clear, this is the house that Rihanna built. The vast majority of their fortune comes from her, but not in the way you might think. While she is one of the best-selling digital artists of all time, her journey to becoming a billionaire didn't come from record sales or sold-out tours. It came from one brilliant business move: the launch of Fenty Beauty in 2017. By creating a makeup line with an unprecedented 40 shades of foundation, she didn't just launch a product, she started a revolution. The brand, a partnership with luxury giant LVMH, was a statement of inclusivity that the market was desperate for, and it made her a billionaire. Her 50% stake in Fenty Beauty is the cornerstone of her estimated $1.4 billion empire, supplemented by her equally disruptive lingerie line, Savage X Fenty. $1 AP Rocky contributes a formidable fortune of his own, with a net worth estimated between $20 and $30 million. His wealth is derived from a successful music career, including multi-platinum albums and global tours. But like Rihanna, his influence extends far beyond music. He's a legitimate fashion icon, a permanent fixture on best dressed lists who has landed lucrative collaborations with brands like Dior and Gucci. His creative agency, AWGE, functions as a hub for his various artistic and fashion projects, solidifying his status as a key cultural tastemaker. Their power synergy is rooted in their unparalleled cultural currency. They don't just participate in trends, they are the source of trends. When Rihanna and $AP Rocky step out together, their carefully curated outfits are instantly dissected, replicated, and sold out across the globe. Their presence at the Met Gala or Paris Fashion Week transforms the event, making them the undeniable center of gravity. They possess a power that can't be quantified on a balance sheet, the power to define what is cool. They can elevate a small brand to global fame with a single appearance, or make a forgotten style the must-have item of the season. This direct line from their personal style to global consumer behavior is a form of influence that marketing departments can only dream of. They don't need to chase culture because, in so many ways, they are the culture. Our runner-up is a duo that, in the span of a single year, became the biggest story on the planet. They are the cultural and commercial juggernaut that no one saw coming, the record-shattering pop phenomenon, and the back-to-back Super Bowl-winning NFL star. The union of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce is more than a romance. It's a collision of two of the most powerful forces in American culture, music and football, creating a media supernova. Their combined financial might is almost as staggering as their headlines, with a joint net worth of over $1.6 billion. The overwhelming portion of that fortune belongs to Taylor Swift, whose net worth is estimated at a colossal $1.6 billion. She is one of the wealthiest musicians in history, and, remarkably, one of the first to reach billionaire status primarily through songwriting and performing alone. Her wealth is a fortress built on a discography of monster hits, savvy business decisions like re-recording her master albums, and of course the cultural and economic earthquake known as the Eras Tour. This tour is the highest grossing concert tour of all time, generating an estimated $2 billion and single-handedly boosting economies in every city it visits. Travis Kelce, already a superstar in his own right, brings an impressive net worth of an estimated $70 to $90 million to the partnership. A future Hall of Famer and arguably the greatest tight end in NFL history, his wealth comes from a long and decorated career with the Kansas City Chiefs, including multiple lucrative contracts. However, his financial profile exploded in the wake of his relationship with Swift. His portfolio of endorsements with brands like Nike, Bud Light, and State Farm has surged, and his podcast, New Heights, transformed from a popular sports show into one of the biggest podcasts in the world. The synergy between them is unlike anything we've ever witnessed. It's a real-world phenomenon, dubbed the Swift-Kelce effect. Her mere presence at his football games led to a 400% spike in sales of his jersey and brought a massive new demographic of viewers to the NFL. They don't just exist in their separate spheres. They act as a massive crossover event, merging their fan bases into one colossal engaged audience. The ultimate proof of their power was Super Bowl leader Veet. The game itself was almost secondary to the global obsession with their story. Would she make it back from her concert in Tokyo? Where was she sitting? How many times would the camera cut to her suite? The economic impact and the media discourse all revolved around them. It proved that together, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce don't just dominate the news cycle, they are the news cycle, commanding the entire global conversation with an influence that is simply untouchable. And now, at the number one spot, we have the undisputed, untouchable, and unparalleled king and queen. They aren't simply a part of the entertainment industry. For over 2 decades, they are the industry. They are the blueprint. Beyoncé and Jay Z are more than a power couple. They are a dynasty, a self-contained ecosystem of art, business, and culture whose influence is so profound it's almost impossible to measure. Their marriage isn't a partnership. It is the throne of modern Hollywood. Their combined net worth is an almost incomprehensible figure, estimated to be a staggering $3.5 billion. This monumental fortune has been meticulously built over decades of strategic genius. Jay Z, hip-hop's first billionaire, now commands a personal net worth of around $2.5 billion. His journey from the Marcy projects in Brooklyn to the heights of global capitalism is a masterclass in wealth creation. His fortune was built on the foundation of Rockefeller Records and his legendary music career, but it was his moves as an investor that made him a multi-billionaire. He understood the power of ownership early on, launching businesses like the Rockaware clothing line, which he sold for over $200 million. His masterstrokes were in the world of luxury spirits, selling his stake in the Armand de Brignac champagne brand to LVMH and a majority of his Douce cognac stake to Bacardi in deals worth hundreds of millions of dollars each. Beyoncé, a cultural icon and one of the greatest entertainers of all time, possesses a fortune that has now officially crossed the billion-dollar mark. Her wealth comes from a legendary solo career that has broken records and redefined pop music. But, like her husband, she is a brilliant businesswoman. Her company, Parkwood Entertainment, gives her complete creative and financial control over her projects, from the groundbreaking visual album Lemonade to the monumental Renaissance and Cowboy Carter eras, which were cultural and financial phenomena. Her brand extends to fashion with Ivy Park and to film, making her an entertainment conglomerate in her own right. Their power synergy is absolute vertical integration. They don't ask for a seat at the table, they build their own table. When the industry wasn't serving them, Jay Z launched the streaming service Tidal. Through Parkwood and Rock Nation, they develop and manage other artists, produce films, and run sports agencies. They don't operate within the system. They have become the system. They don't need Hollywood's validation. Hollywood needs theirs. Their marriage is a union of two brilliant CEOs who have mastered the art of leveraging their creative genius into hard financial power. The most iconic example of their untouchable influence? The surprise 2018 release of their joint album Everything Is Love and the music video for its lead single Apeshit. They didn't just film in a fancy location. They rented out the Louvre Museum in Paris. They stood in front of the Mona Lisa and the Venus de Milo, positioning themselves not just as artists, but as art themselves. That single move was a declaration of power that no one else could make. They didn't ask for permission to enter the halls of high culture. They took it. It was a stunning demonstration that Beyoncé and Jay Z operate on a level of influence and access that is simply unreachable by anyone else. They are, and will remain, the ultimate power couple. From the tequila-fueled empire of the Clooneys to the cultural throne of the Carters, these five couples represent a fundamental shift in the architecture of Hollywood power. This is no longer just about fame. It's about ownership. It's about building diversified, multi-billion-dollar portfolios that make them resilient, independent, and untouchable. Their influence stretches far beyond the screen or the stage. They're shaping what we buy, what we listen to, what we watch, and even the social causes we pay attention to. They are modern-day dynasties, where the fusion of two powerful brands creates a new entity that is more influential, more powerful, and far richer than its individual parts. They aren't just living the Hollywood dream, they're owning it, and they have the billion-dollar balance sheets to prove it. Which of these power couples do you think will have the most influence in the next 5 years? Will a new couple rise to challenge the throne? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this look into the real power brokers of entertainment, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more.